Peace and love, family. I don't know why I just get tickled every time I come on live. I know that my family is out there, my soul tribe, and it's just a wonder. It's a great thing to connect with you all. A lot has happened in my life, and I am just grateful for each and every day that I find myself breathing and living and smiling again. It's great to see you. Peace and love to each of you as you pass by, scroll by, stop for a minute to chat. I wanted to talk. What's up, Will Rodriguez? Peace and love. I want to talk about incarnation, reincarnation, which reincarnation is the same as incarnation. And so we have to understand what each of these topics mean. And as usual, I like to just talk, right? I like to dive into the topics and just keep it going. But peace and love to each of you as you come in, as I mentioned. So, what exactly is incarnation? It's what it's called. If you look it up, I'm waving at everybody that comes in, so that's going to distract me. But greetings, peace and love to everybody. So that's my original wave. That's my initial wave. So, wow, it's good to see you guys. I've been missing talking to you all. I know a lot of people don't comment when I go live, but I love interacting and feeling the energy, whether you're just watching because you've scrolled through your timeline, through the feed or whatever, or if you actually click on the video and view it actively. I can feel your energy. I can see what's going on out there energetically, spiritually, metaphysically, emotionally. I am so connected to each and every one of you. And that's probably why I needed to take a time to myself and get some things in order and everything. So, and still dealing with clients and stuff. I have beautiful people that I'm still connected with and interacting with on a daily basis. So, peace and love, indeed, indeed. So, let's talk about this. Okay, if you look up the word reincarnation, basically what that is a soul coming into a body, right? And whether it's been in one body before or it's coming into a fresh new body for the first time, it's experiencing life for the first time, that's kind of incarnation, where you have birth, you have a soul that's taken on a body, whether you're incarnated as an animal, as a human being, as a extraterrestrial, however that word goes. But what I want to talk about is that you don't necessarily have to die to experience reincarnation. And I think that a lot of people, they get bogged down in topics and the way that it's been discussed in the past. People, a lot of people are coming to the knowledge of realizing that there are a select number of souls that exist and none are being recreated as new human beings are being born. They're being recycled, you know, and that's kind of up for discussion. A lot of people have their own views in that respect. But for the people that know certain individuals and throughout a lifetime, you can have several reincarnation experiences. You can go through so many different changes bodily, mentally, physically, emotionally, and become a totally different person within one single lifetime over and over and over again. And this is why I wanted to bring this topic up, because I've experienced it myself. I have experienced it that I reincarnated several times. I can remember my past as far back as I can remember is when I was a little girl going to preschool. And I know the person I was then. I know the interactions. I know the um, intelligence I had at that point. I know the things that I thought about at that age. I remember my thought processes at 4 years old. And that was an individual that I don't feel like I'm that person now. I don't know. Maybe I am. But even even with a lot of the physical changes that I've gone through, if you go through my pictures, a lot of people like to see people and what they look like. We'll go and look and see all the pictures from back when. I have some old pictures, Even if you are viewing me on YouTube, my YouTube channel name is Ambassador for Change, the number 4 and change. Um, it's on YouTube, and I have videos where I started back in 2012 where I looked like a totally different person. Even 2 years ago, I looked like a different person. And even some of the topics that I discuss, my views have changed as I've evolved, as I've grown, as I've gained knowledge. So I see this as reincarnating myself into new vessels. Like, I physically am not the individual I was a year ago this time last year, because I've changed. Of course, many people know my weight loss journey. I've lost about 60 pounds and totally changed. Got, dreadlocks now. I wore an afro in some of my pictures you may see. But I don't know. It's just something that I'm coming into the knowledge of, that you don't have to necessarily die and be buried and come into a totally different body as a baby. This is how fast change is happening on the planet right here, right now. And some people experience walk-ins where souls and individual spirits come into the body while there's already a resident there. And in some cases, that resident may vacate the building and allow another entity to take over. A lot of times, well, there's that concept of schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. We have a lot of mental issues where people experience different changes within themselves, and they're not that same individual that they once were at some point in time. So this is something that I don't know. Let's see. You inspire me. Keep up the goddess work. Peace and love, Leonard Maillard. Thank you. Any lady here? Douglas? Okay. Now, I do want to hear your comments. I do want to hear your views on what you feel that reincarnation is. So I will be reading comments and interacting with you guys. Peace and love. Because this is a topic that I'm newly exploring. And this is my view. This is something that I've been thinking about lately, that you don't have to die in order to reincarnate. I'm saying this over and over again. But I sometimes feel like a totally different person. Even though I carry the same name that I have, I've used this name for at least 12, 13, yeah, going on 13 years. I don't use my birth name anymore for those that know me. And it's no secret, but some things I do keep private. So it's just so many different things going on in life. And even when we go through family dynamics, especially those that get married and get divorced, have children, go through career changes, and a lot of yourself is left in those situations, in those circumstances. And as you embark upon new endeavors in life and new relationships, new jobs, new careers, even when you move, you relocate, and it seems like you're in a totally different world. You actually change dimensions. There are wormholes and portals on this plane, in this earth, in this world that we live in. So you might think you're driving in your car and just going down the street or going somewhere and staying in this time zone, staying in this dimension, the 3D dimension, and you wake up in 5th dimension or 7th dimension or 9th dimension in a totally different location. And everybody in that dimension is totally different. They're thinking on a different level than where you came from. That's kind of a reincarnation. And, I experienced that. Oh my goodness. I've moved in different locations. I've visited places, and I've interacted with different individuals, and I see the change. Even when I communicate with someone from my childhood and someone from other parts of my life experiences, I can feel the difference in the energy. I can feel the difference in the knowledge and the intellectual prowess that individuals possess or they lack, you know? So this is something that I am here to share. Peace and love, Leonard Gilliam. Hi. Hi to you. So I still haven't got my glasses tightened up, you guys. So I'm still going to be pushing them up through the video. And plus my face is shrinking. I guess my glasses need to be tightened up because of that as well. But anyway, it is just so so surreal sometimes, the things that we experience. And life can be so demanding, and you can be put into a whirlwind of experiences, a whirlwind of emotions, and you wonder, are these my emotions? Is this somebody else that's communicating with me? And the fact that I can feel other people's energy, I can feel energy from hundreds of millions of miles away. If I have a genuine connection, a soul connection with an individual, I can chat with you, talk to you, and really tell you your whole life. This is what I've experienced in my practice, in my consultations, and my life coaching sessions, and helping people write their books and edit their books, and just so many different things that I'm doing for people on a one-on-one basis and group basis, and just overall sharing energy is something that's really serious. Let me read this comment. John Shaw, peace and love. It's impossible to identify one entity in the universe that doesn't repeat the same basic patterns over and over again. Okay, our spirit has a repetitious pattern. It must follow automatically, naturally. Okay, so first360facts.com. That's, I think you've sent your website to me before. I have to really go there and check it in. Awura Ofari Amanful says, okay, so being a Christian last year and now that I am nothing religious is reincarnation. Actually, yes. You reincarnated to a newfound knowledge and awakening. Your soul has jumped into a spiritual time zone that you weren't in before. And you are a new creature. You are a new thinker. You are a new person, honestly, because you are not who you were before. You have reincarnated into the knowledge bearing individual that you are now, the one that has chosen to awaken, the one that has chosen to embrace the new age, the newness of life. And honestly, there's that saying, there's nothing new under the sun. So you are only reincarnating, you are rebirthing, you are coming back to remembrance, you are reassembling yourself to the knowledge of the all. Honestly, when you experience one facet, it's like one facet of, I'll go into religion and different concepts that we all ascribe to, whether it's tradition, whether it's a practice, education wise or medically. I speak to a lot of people who are in nursing school currently, and I share different things about holistic healing and naturopathic health and so forth, and they're mystified. They're like, I'm in nursing school and I've never heard this on how to heal the body and how to assess the damage that's done to the body. Not just treating symptoms and learning different formulas and learning this and that, but there's a truth to nature and how we're all connected to nature. But so that's a difference there. Rastafarians are reincarnated souls. You are so, wait, my screen went up. You are so wise. Thank you. Thank you, Everton Tanner. Peace and love. Peace and love. Wow. So maybe that's what's going on with me. I've become Rastafarian. I haven't even claimed that. I don't even really understand a lot of it. Years ago, I did read about it and I knew some people. And even now today, I know a lot of people who are Rastafarians. But I don't label myself. I have a video where I talk about I don't like labels and stuff. So that's something that I'll look into. Peace and love. Peace and love. But yes, so when we get to, okay, I talked about the religious thing and the religious change that happened for the brother there. He was a Christian last year, and then this year he's non-religious. Okay, so that's kind of looking at life from a perspective of having, I would say, a 6,000 piece puzzle. Let's say that. Life being a 600,000 piece puzzle, and you experiencing a small speck of it, a small piece of it in your personal life experiences. So you have your upbringing, you're raised by parents, single parent, double, whatever, grandparents, a full family, a full village, what have you, you know, And they teach you certain principles and they give you certain traditions to follow. You may even have a specific style of dress, the way you wear your hair, even the language that you choose to use, and other languages you choose not to use. Speaking of language, that is how you interact with different souls. There's a language that our souls speak. And when you learn other languages, imagine those people that can speak more than 5 languages. And they have to, a lot of times when you learn languages, you learn cultures. And so it's something about immersion, immersing yourself into different cultures, into different ideologies, into different methodologies, into different truths. So as the pieces of the puzzles are assembled together, you're not only identifying with that one entity, that one body that you are, that you embody, and then the pieces around you, you learn them, you become them. When you become one in a relationship, whether it's family dynamics, husband and wife, mother daughter, mother son, father daughter, father son, the extended members of the family, when you become close enough until you know them just as well as you know yourself, you are initially becoming that individual. You are reincarnating and they are reincarnating into you. Your soul becomes their soul. Their soul becomes your soul. It is a truth that I have certainly seen. There was someone, oh my goodness, I was texting someone and I went away from the computer. I was chatting with someone and I went away from the computer. And before I even was able to pull it back up, pull up the screen, I had this feeling overcame me. And I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why am I feeling like this? Oh my goodness. And when I opened the message and I saw it, the feeling I felt was based on what they had said. It was their exact feeling they conveyed in the message that I felt before even reading that message. That is called, we can communicate telepathically. And this is something a lot of people are mystified about, different psychic abilities and skills and so forth that people used to have back in the day, or they say the ancient Egyptians or Sumerians and all these different Kemetic people, they claim that they had all these gifts and skills, but we are still experiencing these gifts. We still have these abilities today in the 21st century. In 2019, people are able to telepathically communicate. When you have never touched flesh to flesh, seen eyeball to eyeball, breathe in the same air in the same room, you can communicate still with each other. I know, even though I removed my messenger app from my phone, there are those who are communicating with me. There are those who are reaching into my spirit on a regular daily basis. And I'm putting a wall up. I'm like, hold up. This is my energy. Hold on. When I'm ready, I will communicate with you. I will open up to you. I will talk to you. But if you truly want to connect with me, there are many ways to connect with me. There's my website, solunaressence.com. There's the Facebook page, facebook.com/whenyouawaken. I have different ways that I am communicating with individuals there. But the Messenger app, as far as my main page, I had to cut that down because too many people were calling me. Random individuals that didn't even speak my language. They just wanted to look at my face. And I'm like, okay, go to my videos. You see my videos, look at them. You will see me. I'm not going to sit here and spend my energy there for nothing. Just, hey, how you doing? So I had to kind of get rid of the Messenger app. But it's not that I have any less love or concern for those individuals. It's just that I have my own life and my own body, my own energy, my own desires, and I have the power to control all of those variables. You know? Okay, yes. How do I do that? I'll add it later on. I don't know how to add things while I'm on here. Type www.solunaressence.com. Soul Lunar Essence. I'll have to add it when I'm off of the video here because I don't see how I can type while I'm on, unless I get on a computer. But anyway, that's the website. And if you like to schedule some time, there's a contact page. There's a contact, yes, page on my website where you can enter your information. You can email me. You can set up a time for consultation, interact with me, and so forth. I'd love to work with your energy. I don't know. It's just reincarnation is a beautiful thing, and you don't have to die. And there's that concept of the Bible days of people that lived to be 500, 700, 900 years old, and even still having children at certain ages. You know, we can live a long time. That whole concept of being vampires and wolves and living so long, you know, we have these different sci-fi movies that come out, and a lot of it is true. Many of the I love sci-fi. Many of the sci-fi movies, they're telling truths. They're sharing what's really going on. And it's knowledge out there. If only you awaken your mind and allow yourself to embrace it and learn what's really out there, you can actually warp into a new body. And then it's really the physical has to catch up with the spiritual and ethereal. We are ethereal beings. We are beings of light, of energy, of electromagnetic energy. We draw things to us and we propel. You know, you get magnets of the same polarity and they propel each other, but magnets of opposite opposing polarities, they draw to each other. So you have all of that that happens, all those dynamics that happen within your realm of existence. And there are those that can see auras, they can see the colors of people's energy, they can read minds. You can pass by somebody and they're thinking a thought, and you turn around like, what did you just say? And they were like, I didn't say anything. You know, that's that extra sensory perception that we all possess. It's just a matter of harnessing it. I will tell you this though. This might be a secret to some, okay? But it's true. I'm going to reveal this secret today. The secret is out. I do have another page. I have so many pages that I've created on Facebook, but the secret is out now. That's one of my pages where I talk about loving my health. And this, if you go to my page, loving my health, oh my goodness, the secret is out now. I think it's facebook.com/the secret is out now, if I can remember. I haven't really typed on that page in a long time, but what that's about is the Food and Drug Administration. Why do they call it Food and Drug Administration? And it's a whole ploy to keep people dumbed down. All of these vaccinations and the things that they give to our children from birth, coming out of the womb, they're putting poison into our children, you know, and it's very depressing. It's very sad. Unreal, honestly. But they don't want enough of us to know the truth. They don't want enough of us to awaken so that we can realize the power that we have within us. So the foods that we eat, the foods that are GMO, the genetically modified foods, the demand that's so high for these McDonald's burgers and French fries and chicken sandwiches and milkshakes and root beers and all of this stuff that's out there. Ice cream. Everybody loves their ice cream cone, milkshakes and apple pies, and the sugar, the chemicals that are found in these processed foods are keeping us dumbed down, unawakened. And I say us, even though I do not consume these foods, if enough of you are dumbed down to a point that it weighs heavy on the collective, that includes me. Even though I'm raising my vibrations all day, all my life now, every day I consume things, I consider what I'm putting into my body. Yes, I have an addiction. I like potato chips. Occasionally, I just might eat a whole bag of potato chips, and then maybe a month or two I go without, not even touching them. But yeah, don't use that against me. Don't mind if somebody brings me some potato chips just out the blue, I'm gonna know you're trying to poison me. But anyway, so it's like that whole ploy to keep us dumbed down is sad, you know. But so many people are actually allowing the system to control them. They will go to the doctor knowing that they have eaten too much junk food, knowing that they're not eating anything natural. They're not eating fruits. They're not eating vegetables. They're not even drinking water. There are some people that say they have to have their coffee, they have to have their soda, they have to have this, and they gotta have some flavor. Y'all better be careful when you want that flavor, because these packages of flavor that they know people are buying because they're wanting to drink more water. So they're like, oh, it's too many people drinking water. Look at all this water we're selling. Too many people drinking water. Let's give them some flavor. They're getting you in that respect, because you don't know what chemicals are put in those little packages. That's something that's attaching to your cells and your tissues and your nervous system, your nerves in your body, that's keeping you retarded. And that is the truth. You are becoming retarded even as you continue to grow as an adult. Example, fluoride in our toothpaste. Yes, brother, exactly. It's fluoride in the toothpaste. There are options out there where you can buy toothpaste without fluoride. You can make your own toothpaste. One time I made my own toothpaste. You can get some essential oils. Go to my page, my doTERRA account. I'm always trying to sell something, okay? DOTERRA.com/Soleil Rain. You can order some essential oils. Get the peppermint oil, get the lavender oil, get the lemongrass or the lemon oil, or the grapefruit or the orange oil. There's so many different oils you can get. They are naturally found. They're pressed from the flowers and the leaves and the natural products. You know, what you do, get an essential oil that you like the taste of. That's food grade essential oils, okay? Get some coconut oil, the organic coconut oil you can buy in the grocery store. If you got food stamps, you can buy with your food stamps, and some baking soda. Those three ingredients, put them in a little small container, a little jar, preferably glass, and with the lid on it. Mix the three ingredients together, and that's your toothpaste. You will see that your teeth get so much whiter, and your mouth is cleaner, healthier. The bacteria is dissolved and disappears from your mouth, and your breath smells so fresh. So go to my page, Loving My Health. I have some tips there as well on different health practices and so forth. But back to talking about reincarnation and how all of this ties together. We have to apply the knowledge that we gain throughout our lifetimes. So many of us learn things as children. We might be a straight A student in secondary school, you know, first through sixth grade, first through fifth grade, or whatever. And the knowledge that we learn, the information we gain from those years, we allow that to just flow out of our brain like a bucket of water, just washed it out. We don't we don't retain the knowledge of the information for some reason. But this is the day and age that we live in, that we need to, we must, we have to, for the sake of the whole world, for the sake of the longevity of creation of this world that we live in, we need to retain this information. When they tell you to eat an apple a day to keep the doctor away as a child, but then you become an adult and you hate to eat apples, oh, that's going to hurt my tooth. I got a cavity. If you had been eating your apples, you wouldn't have a cavity. If you had been eating your grapes and your oranges and your pineapples and peaches and papaya and mangoes and kiwi, you wouldn't have that cavity, and those teeth would be very, 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 very strong. Okay? And one thing that we must also consider is that when I'm talking about reincarnation, I'm talking about that this physical body that we have is able to change and augment itself and to rebuild itself from any type of debilitating state. There are animals in nature, there are creatures in nature that show us just what we are capable of. We can, and this is a little far-fetched, I'm probably going to lose some viewers on this one. We can actually grow back limbs if we decide to. It's all mind over matter, honestly. We can heal ourselves. We can be healed of heart disease, colon issues, tumors, malignant growths in our bodies, even our eyesight. I wear glasses, but at some point I will no longer need my glasses because of the journey that I'm on. I'm working towards clearing my whole entire body from every ounce of toxin and every ounce of disease, disharmony, and putting everything right. It's kind of like doing like I said, I talk about puzzles sometimes, but what is that? The Rubik's Cube. Your whole body. That if you look at science and look at the things that give you in these toys and games for children and whatever, they're showing you exactly who you are. There's this Rubik's Cube. If you look it up, Rubix, it's a cube. It has different colors, the primary colors on either side in little squares. So you can twist it and turn it and mix it all up to where all the colors are twisted and turned. And it looks like it's impossible to get it back to its original state, doesn't it? For those of you that have seen this cube, this toy, it's there for entertainment purposes, but it's got so much information in it right there within itself, in the fact that what it does, what you're able to mix it up and have it all bent out of shape and the colors mixed in so intricately that you think that it's impossible. Somebody knows that code. Somebody knows how to break that code and to get everything back to its original state. That's what's going on with our bodies. Nature. The code is found in nature. What I will tell you another secret. So this video is going to be very valuable. I should sell this one day. But another secret for you guys. The fountain of youth is not a fountain that you can go and find in some exotic land or on some island. The fountain of youth is within your being. Okay? And I'm just giving you that much. That tip. That's what the fountain of youth is. Your glandular system. The oils that drip down from your skull, your spine, your brain. It's so much. That's your fountain of youth. That's how you can find your youth again. By tapping into that fountain, by connecting your soul back to nature, your being back to nature, only eating those things that bring you life. Okay. I need a close tutor. Okay. Well, it will cost you. So that's one secret. What people think, the whole truth of the matter is, when they've created these man-made religions and these teachings and put things in books and so forth, there are many truths in many books. There are many hidden truths that you can find in a book, but there are many constructed lies that are in books. Anything that people give you for free, that they tell you, oh, read my book for free, you know, get a Bible, I'm giving you these Bibles for free, yeah, I got a whole box of them. They're feeding you something that will hurt you, you know, unless you have been initiated and you know how to read it and read the code that's in it. You better leave it alone, honestly, you know. But that's just my view, my perspective. I won't say my opinion because it's the truth. That's what I see as truth. It's not an opinion at all. This is the truth. That there are a lot of lies out there. And I forgot what I was saying. The fountain of youth. Okay. They teach us to look outside of ourselves. They give you an image. And if you think about what is written in the Bible, where God says, have no other God before me, put no other image, no graven image. And graven, if you think about grave, the earth that swallows you up when you are dead, the image that holds death, in my viewpoint, I would say that's man-made, because it will die. Anything that's man-made will die. It will go to the grave. It will not last. Think of these cell phones and these computers and this technology. It consistently has to be upgraded and revamped. And vehicles get outdated and become antiques because they're just, you know, can't run anymore. You just go look at them, they're pretty. You know, or you have to replace everything inside of them to keep them still running, you know. But those are these graven images that do not sustain themselves, made by man. And a lot of times people take those images, even this image of who God is, this man named whomever, this individual that's put above others, and say that that is God. Even, you know, from various perspectives, various religions across the world, they hold a name, they hold, that is not what we should be considering as the most high, the one that is the creator. The creator is not of this world, is not even conceived within this world. We could never imagine what the creator is, or who the creator is, or how the creator is. We just know, and we are one with the creator, whether we desire to be or not. Eventually we will come to know, if we keep reincarnating, we grow, if we continue to grow and build upon the knowledge and the understanding and the information that we're giving and we're given. um, so reincarnation is a very interesting topic, and it's something that we should really consider. If you choose to die, I had an argument. I was working this job last year, right? And it was this lady that was talking about, you know, by the time she gets 70 years old and this and that, or I don't know how the conversation started, but it was a coworker at the time. And, you know, I said, we don't have to die at that age. We can live forever. And, oh, because we were talking about menopause. It was a bunch of females together working, you know, they brought up the topic of menopause. And I said, really, a woman can have a cycle up until she's, you know, 67 years old if she wants to, you know, if she's eating right and living right, because there are many who have had babies past 50 years old in history. If you look up the Guinness World Book of Records, there are women who have had babies in old age because of their health and wellness. And this woman argued with me. She argued me down, saying, what does the Bible say? We are promised 70. How many years are we promised in the Bible? And I was like, that's your Bible. That's what you believe. That's not what I know. That is not a truth. That is something somebody gave you and you memorized it and you took it for truth when it's not true. Just because that's written in there, are you going to ignore the fact that some of them lived past 500 years old? What about that? Oh, that was in the Bible days, but you saying your Bible, the same book, is telling you promised 70. So what part of it are you going to ingest and take for truth? And what part of it are you going to take for lies? With that simple contradiction, and, you know, that shows you that there are lies in there. But she wanted to believe, and she did not want to accept that you could actually live past 100 in this lifetime and have babies past 50 in this lifetime. So she was stuck. She was programmed to understand in that method, in that way, and she was fine. She was happy and content with that information. And so that's what I'm telling you. When it comes to having the knowledge and growing and understanding and evolving, there are those that choose to do things that work against your evolution and against your understanding and evolving and reincarnating into new beings. You can be a new being under this same sun that you see every day. The sun does not rise and set. You rise and you set. The sun stays still. You are the one that's moving. Life on this planet is what is moving consistently. We are electromagnetic beings. There's nothing but energy and vibration consistently moving. We never, 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 never stay still. I'm going to read this comment as you ingest that, what I just said. The Creator is real, manifested as a man in spirit and in truth. Indeed, indeed. But what I am saying is that we do not see the Creator as something that's tangible and concealed in one entity, in one being. The Creator is all. everything that we can conceive of, everything that has been created is of the Creator. And what actually happened is the Creator propelled itself into what we are and divided itself in multiple parts, yet it remained whole. It is the immaculate dichotomy. It's an immaculate conception for one, but I say immaculate multiplicity, immaculate division. I would say dichotomy means only two, but the immaculate division that happened when you conceive a baby, whether it's the woman that's carrying the baby or the man that has helped her conceive the baby. If you look at in biology, the cell division that happens, you have all of these little cells that multiply, 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 divide, divide, divide. And there are cells, then tissues, then organs, and then organ systems, and everything that happens within that womb of creation is the same. That's on that micro level. But on the macro level of creation, everything that exists, we are in the body of the Creator. We are representative of the Creator in different forms, in different segments, in different likenesses. Okay? Man was created in His image and likeness. Thank you. Share your truth. You're welcome to share your truth, but I'm sharing mine as well from my perspective. It's so good to hear from you again. I love this message. Peace and love. Thank you, Milton Wiggins. Thank you so much. So there are so many things. And like I said earlier, many people decide that they only get one life to live. You make that decision. You can live that one life and decide to leave from that one body and never come back again. Even though you will come back again, you just won't remember. A lot of times we choose to forget. We choose to forget the truth. We choose to only be in this box, in this realm, in this reality, you know? And that's our perspective. We're learning and experiencing life on these various levels. So there's no wrong or right or whatever, you know. If you make a choice to live a certain way, to believe a certain way, if you live as far as your BS will take you. You live as far as your belief system will take you. So you can let the BS ride and whatever, or you can let it take you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on being polite in my conversation, but there's so many things that I choose to share with you guys. There are those who choose to keep things a secret and mystified, and oh, we don't want to share that with the public and all this kind of stuff. If I was to leave today before the sun stands still, it's still standing still, before I arise again. That's why I say grand rising, family. You are the ones that rise, not the sun. That sun has not moved in umpteen years, in umpteen generations. That sun is still there. Every day, every generation that comes will see that sun and will see that moon because they're still there. You are the one that rises. You are the one that falls. I am within heart of love. Yes. So you can choose to rise to your highest version of yourself and be the greatest version of yourself. I'm doing this great campaign, and I guess I'll share a little bit about it. Many of you may have seen the post on my page, Dare to Be Great. You can dare to be the greatest version of yourself. You can dare to be something you've never been before, which could augment your life experiences, which could raise your vibrations and give you certain skills and energy and prowess at different things that you never imagined that you could do. But it's all about choice. All this existence is about is making the right choices and choosing whatever you choose to choose. So, daring to be great. This campaign is about helping the collective evolve and grow and be the greatest that we can be as a collective. So there can be those who are homeless, hungry, without, even without love and affection, and could have everything that they need and desire, but without that physical companionship and that emotional attachment with other individuals. And they could have all the money that they could ever want, all the food that they could ever want, biggest houses, many cars, or whatever, but they're still lacking. They're still undeveloped in those areas. So the daring to be great is about not allowing anyone to be left behind, not allowing anyone to not experience the greatest that they could ever experience. So a group of us, a team, I have a team that are working towards raising money to disseminate throughout the world to help all mankind, all of creation, become the greatest version of themselves. We have various initiatives set in place, and it's going to take a while to develop the details and so forth, but this is something I've been working on for 13 years. And it's something that's, it's time to put it out there, put the energy out there, put the momentum forward. So I will share that link on my page. Once again, we have a GoFundMe account. Any and all donations will be greatly appreciated. We have free gifts that we will be giving out to those who donate. We're working on getting those things together. But for those of you that have a heart for humanity, when you have been at your lowest state and you've come to Facebook and you've interacted with total strangers who have become your family, your newfound loved ones, think about it. That's the energy that others will need tomorrow, today, next week, next month, next year. And we're looking to share this same love, this same companionship, this same energy, positiveness, positivity, and just so many great things with the world, especially our children. These generations that are coming behind us, they they're being misled in groves. They're totally being misled on so many different levels that it's just so sad. They're being fed GMO products, nothing natural whatsoever from the day that they come out of the womb. It's like they're not even given life at the beginning of their life. They haven't tasted what true living is about. And we want to share this with them. We want to give them the opportunity to say that you can be anything you put your mind to doing and being. If you choose to live to be 100 years old, you have the right to do that. Even if you want to push and live 150 or 200 years, I see that it is possible. I see that it is. There's nothing new under the sun. So what has been will be. Okay? And if others can live long and prosper, then so can you. Anybody that is in this world can live long and prosper as your soul prospereth. So first you have to prosper on the soul level, on the spiritual level, on the etheric level, on the mental level, on the emotional level. And the physical level is that level that is made manifest. This is the level of manifestation. So what you see in me, where I've lost weight, I'm beautiful, as people say, and so forth, this has been the result of many, many years of positive thinking, of being proactive and pushing myself to the highest level possible, even in the midst of my struggles, even in the midst of just being beat down by life itself. I have had a desire to be all that I am. I see myself as the light that I am, nothing but pure light. So this body will catch up with my light in due time. That is what I've always told myself. I didn't want to be all chunky and looking bad and feeling bad and unhealthy, having to take medication for this and medication for that. I told myself, I'm not taking this medication anymore. I'm not going to be this person anymore. And true enough, I reincarnated. Many of you that don't know my life story, as a child, I grew up with asthma. I could not run down the street as my friends did. I could not even go outside. If somebody had just cut grass, freshly cut grass would make me hyperventilate where I could not breathe whatsoever. I had to go back in the house, get my inhaler, and sit down somewhere. You know, hiding from nature, hiding from life itself. I couldn't play basketball. We had a basketball goal right there in my backyard. My brother played basketball. All the children from the neighborhood would come. You know, I couldn't go outside and do too much. I couldn't, and there was a time I decided that this medication that I'm taking is not helping me. I've been taking this medication all my life. This asthma medicine, this pump that I'm inhaling from, it's not curing me. So I got the wise knowledge, the information in my brain to throw the pills in the trash, throw the little whatever that goes in the inhaler in the trash. And my mom would come and check on me. So you took your medicine? Yeah, I took it. Yes, ma'am. I lied and said I took it. But I stopped myself. I did not take that medicine anymore. And for some reason, I began to breathe on my own. I began to go outside and pick up the basketball by myself, and I played. I looked at the time. I was outside for a long time. I said, wow. Life is about choices. When you choose to overcome your situation, even when it seems that you are doomed from the beginning, even when it seems that you won't overcome it, when you make the choice, that is the beginning of your overcoming that situation. No matter what you've gone through out there, I tell you, I feel the energy of the collective. All of you who are struggling, all of you who feel that all hope is lost because there's something missing in your life, or even you've lost someone or something, all hope is not lost. You can have just what you desire. Just choose it and keep choosing it over and over and over again, and it will be there. It will show itself. It will become flesh. Honestly, one thing that I've heard this speaker on many videos I watch on YouTube, these motivational speakers and so forth. That's where I get my training from YouTube, Okay, Princess, what you're saying is deep wisdom. Is too high for fools. Peace and love to you, Everton Tanner. The fools can come and go, but there are those who will receive, so I don't care about what's too high. If they choose it, it will not be too deep. If they choose it, if any of you choose the knowledge that's being spread and shared through my videos, through the energy that's coming across these waves, then you are the one that this is for. So what I was saying, life is about choices. Life is about choosing your most desired reality over and over and over again until it is made manifest, until it is made flesh. Oh, that's what I was about to say. There was this motivational speaker that talked about the cells in our body. And as we are regenerated and, we have food that we eat and things that come out of the I'm a little emotional. I think somebody out there is crying really heavily. You're okay. You will make it. You are loved. You are special. You are genuinely appreciated, and you are viewed. You're not forgotten. Those of you who are feeling all alone and feeling all hope is lost, I see you. I hear your cries. I feel your tears. Even though you might not see them streaming down my face, but your tears are streaming down my face. I can feel you. But the cells in our bodies that are regenerated, they make a choice. They say, do we want to be the same as before? or different. There are only those two choices. Look at the computer programming. Those of you that know computer programming and technology and what a byte is, bytes and bits and kilobytes, nanobytes, and all these different terminology, they start off with the 1 or 0. 1 or 0. This programming code starts essentially at 1 or 0. A light switch can either be on or off, up or down. So that's what happens in our bodies. Either our cells decide to stay the same or different. Stay the same or different. It's all a matter of choice on the minutest level that we exist. And so my cells have decided to regenerate and be different from who I was 10 years ago, even 20 years ago. You know, last week, I am changing every single day, and so are you. You can regenerate yourself, and any dis-ease, disharmony that is found within your being, it can be corrected if only you choose different. Choose different. Choose different. No matter what you see in the mirror, no matter what you hear with your ears, no matter what you touch with your hands, if you have that, I'm speaking to somebody that's got this malignant growth, and you may have been told that it's cancerous. You may have been told that you only have 6 months to a year to live, or even 3 months to live. And these glasses are really bothering me. But I like to see you guys. I really can see you. All you have to do is choose different. Choose every day you wake up to awaken without that growth. I choose to wake up without the cancer, without the whatever situation. I chose to wake up without diabetes. I chose to wake up without asthma. I chose to wake up without high blood pressure. Those are the things that I used to have, and I no longer possess them within my being. They have not shown their ugly faces for a long, long time. They are not welcome here in my body. And I chose a long time ago to not grow old. My hair might have some gray specks, but my heart is as young as I believe it is. Okay? So you can choose to love even when no one around you is showing love to you. You can choose to feel love. And if you think about it, that is something very, very spectacular. When we choose to know love and embrace love in its purest form, that's when we exemplify it within ourselves. Whether you're in an abusive relationship or you had to walk away some years ago and be single for so long until you just thought that nobody else will come along that would love you. Nobody else will be there for you, to hug you, to kiss on you, and to smile. And when they see your face, you may have thought that. But all you had to do was keep waking up every day and saying, I am the love that I look for. I love myself. I am love. I choose love. I choose to see love in nature. See love in everything that you look at, everything that you behold. See that love that's out there in it. And you will feel it. It will be made manifest within your mind, within your heart, within your physical being, your energy. You will vibrate on a higher level, and that level will bring you to that love. That will be the electromagnetic force pulling you to the love that you have chosen at whatever point in your life. You will be reincarnated as love. Love will come to you if you choose it. And I'm speaking to somebody out there. I am speaking to you. I feel your energy. I might not know your name. I might not know what your address is, where you live. But I see you. And I feel your energy. I really do. And I love you. I really do. So you can choose to reincarnate or you can choose to die. It's up to you. You can let the circumstances of this world bring you to your death, to your last breath, if you want to, if that's what you choose. Or you can choose to reincarnate and be like the phoenix, rise out of the ashes, be renewed, be recreated over and over and over again. I've experienced it so many times, so many times. I've experienced the newness of life, reincarnation in this same body over and over again. Sometimes I've had some hellish experiences as this new individual that I've become, but it was all experiential. We are human beings, yes, but we are spirits, we are energy, we are light beings that have come here to be human and have this experience in this lifetime. We are here to have an experience of life because we already embody life. This life that we say that we live is not even our life for real. We are only experiencing this aspect of creation because we are the life. We are the sun that rises and sets. We are the ones that rise and sets, not that sun in the sky. We rise. We have the great risings and settings on a daily basis. You get yourself up, right? And then you lay yourself down. So tell me who's rising and who's falling, who's setting? Not the sun, because that sun has been there for eons and eons and will still be there until all is gone. And that may not happen for a long, long time because we all are here and we all exist. So peace and love to you guys. I see no more comments coming in. I was hoping to have an interaction, a dialogue. Some of you have commented, and I really thank you for your interacting with me and your energy that you've shared in this video. But if you will, please find it in your hearts to share your resources, your energy, your love, your compassion for this great campaign to help all who desire to be great. And they just need to be awakened. They just need to be told how. They just need some additional resources to push them to that limit, to that place where they can say, okay, I can take it from here. That's why we're raising the money, so that we can allow them to say that they can take it from there, that they have the foundation that they need in order to build upon. Many of us have had help in many different ways in many different areas of our lives. We've been educated by teachers. We've had great parents who showed us how to walk. They told us the proper way to speak, the way to feed ourselves and clean ourselves and different things. But what about those who have never experienced the joys of simply being because they've never been given a chance? They're told that they're going to die just as soon as they've been born. So this great campaign is here to help those who can't help themselves. And many have many great ideas and entrepreneurial endeavors. They just want to start a business and do things for themselves and for their families. But they just need a small push, just some small resources, a small fund that will help them. You know, I know I sound like a commercial right now, but it's just so much. Everton Tanner says, I'm hypnotized. I feel the energy out there, and I'm only just giving back what I'm receiving. And y'all are out there are hypnotizing me because I feel your energy. And it's a beautiful thing. There's nothing but beauty in this world. You can choose to see the ugly. You can choose to see the darkness. Or you can choose to see the beauty and see the light and see the sunshiny days. You know, I told a friend, I was like, people say, look at this nasty weather when it's raining outside or if it's snowing outside or whatever it is. I don't like it when people say that about the weather. It's nasty out there. No, it's beautiful. I only see beauty in the rain. I see the calm in the snow. And I see the light even in the midst of a storm. I see it. I feel it because I choose to. You can choose differently. You don't have to stay the same. You don't have to stay the same because of tradition. And your ancestors will appreciate you choosing differently because they know what they experienced. They know for generations our families have been this or have been that or have suffered from this or suffered for that. Let's experience something different, something new, something grander than what has been passed on. Let's let's do away with the ignorance. Let's do away with the selfish ways and being stingy. That's a southern word. I don't know who all says that, but stingy. You're keeping your resources to yourself. You cannot receive if you don't first open your hand to give. Give to the great campaign, the GoFundMe.com, the great campaign. This is the campaign to give to. I will share the link once again. We are reaching all over every corner of the world. This is an endeavor that I will work towards until the last breath that I breathe in this building, in this flesh. Okay? Peace and love, Sam Sam Sam. That is really cute. Look at that name. Sam Sam Sam. Okay. Thank you, each and every one of you, for viewing and for sharing your energy. Once again, I was about to close out a few minutes ago, but I am going to close out because I want to leave the links of my personal business page. The website is soullunar.essence.com. I am a life coach. I am a book editor. I'm a published author. And I am a spoken word artist, also a public speaker. So I have many skills and talents and abilities, and I just choose to share them all. I can't choose just one. I talk about health and wellness all the time. If you just talk to me one-on-one, I'm probably going to tell you how to cure something that's wrong with you, an ailment or something. I know people get tired of that, people that have a bad cough. And I'm like, okay, don't take that medicine that's going to keep you coughing. You have mucus issues. Stop drinking milk. Stop eating cheese. Drink water. Put lemon in it. You know, it'll go away. Anything that ends in itis is a mucus issue, inflammation, mucus buildup. Look it up. So I'm getting on another topic. But anyway, peace and love. Thank you. Peace, love, wholeness, greatness. Dare to be great, you guys. I dared a long time ago, and I am on my journey to be the greatest me that I could possibly be. Won't you join me?